are at +1 weapons with +1 armor on the way. Additional tanks coming out, but as you can see, the Marine count not super duper high here for MMA at all. The Mutas are starting to return back to base, and honestly, his Muta count not extremely high. It is at 12, but they are not together. We do have one Viking starting to beat away on these Mutas, and those Lings are still holding on in the back. Some burrowed Banelings out here. The army is just off to the side, so he's not going to be able to use it right here. But now the stim forward, the scan, he's got more burrowed Banelings right around the middle. Does he actually see those? Yes, he does, and a drop in the gold.
And it looks like the Mutalisks are going to try to roll over there. No, the Sheth losing track of his rally points, just having basic unit disorganization. This big army from MMA now beginning to swing forward. Sheth does not look very prepared for this.
Oh no, he doesn't have any Banelings at all, and it looks like this gold hatchery is going to fall. He reissues the drop, going to bring those Banelings back out. Does manage to take all those out, but the Mutas are going to capture the tanks from behind, and maybe this will give Sheth just enough time. Yes, he's morphing in a lot of Banelings, and the bars are going to hit just at a perfect timing. No siege up right here, and he's going to go for the surround.
And there the Mutalisks coming from the backside. MMA caught off guard. The Banelings rip that apart, but the drop in the main MMA opening up a lot more aggressive opportunities. The push at the south side, it looks like Sheth will have killed off the main push, but losing the Baneling nest, Sheth having a lot of sloppy problems in the Spire. And the Spire gets taken down as well. Sheth suddenly is going to be unable to deal with any aggression.
Yeah, I mean, he did manage to take that all out. Zergling's now making its way around the map, is trying to just watch MMA with another drop in the south. It looks like the Mutas are going to go in here, try to do some damage. There's nothing here to help. There was a huge dropship right over there. Mutas go over there, and he's going to try to unload a lot of Marines over off this side. Mutas are going in. Will they be able to take him out? Whoa, no. He's going to have to back off from there. He needs some Banes to take care of this.
But it looks like a ton of Zerglings dealing damage at that top side. Here come the Mutas and the Banelings. MMA is going to be out of space. The micro, there goes all of those Marines down. A little bit of sloppiness from both players, but Sheth manages to clean up the drop. Those Banelings. Oh, those are actually Zerglings. Oh, darn, they can't do what Banelings do.
Yeah, they can't. And also MMA being very, very active with his drops. Took out the hatchery that was building. It was not canceled at the gold for Sheth, and now he's going after another one. A few Lings streaming in, but unfortunately he needs a lot more than that. It'll soften him up with some Lings and finish him off with the Mutas. Did he rebuild his Spire? The Spire is currently rebuilding right now, so he had to completely stop the Muta production. It looks like the third base from MMA is up and is being handled. The Muta's now going to try to intercept this one medevac. It does not have anything left in it, but Sheth trying very, very hard to get that third and fourth base back up.
Another drop incoming from MMA, and all Sheth wants is to be able to get one good timing shot off with these Banelings. He has a lot of Banelings hotkeyed, pulling back to be able to deal with this drop that's getting unloaded. Now we see all the Mutas get everything isolated by those Banelings. In the meantime, it looks like MMA has pulled the drop away, and there the Mutalisks.
Bait them in.
It looks like it still has the opportunity to do this. MMA does not know that these Banelings are here, and Sheth is still playing from way behind.
Huge. In fact, they're not going to be able to clean that up. He will scan just to make sure, but he does stop some aggression from coming out. He wants to find an area to poke and take out those tanks, but he's also not being greedy with those Mutalisks. Both MMA and Sheth playing a remarkable game right now.
With all that early game sloppiness, inches away from spotting that. Sheth now going to try to put some pressure on the top left expansion. This is very difficult for Zergs to be able to Terrans to be able to deal with. Zerg can hit from land, air, and all these units have to run these very odd angles to be able to stay alive. But MMA doing a drop at the bottom while prepping a drop at the top. Great splitting going on by MMA.
Yeah, that is one of the things that's so impressive about MMA. He is about ready to drop back here. There are some burrowed Banelings, but he is going to have to pull all those drones. He is going to take out the hatchery. Meanwhile, in the main, another drop going down here by MMA. There is one spine crawler. Some Lings are going to come out, but of course, unfortunately go right past the threat that's inside the base of Sheth. Those Marines are going to move forward, and what will they take out this time? They're going to start with the drones, but there's a lot of production stuff that they can also choose from, where we see the infestation pit going on, and there we are going to see that drop eliminated. But look at how much he lost over here. In terms of workers killed, 9 drones have been killed over there by MMA, doing a remarkable job with all of those drops.
Sheth now does have that gold up and running. He's getting the pathogen glands. Very uncommon to see a Zerg with this much excess gas at this late stage in the game. Sheth just having a little bit of sloppiness in terms of trying to establish all of his production centers properly, but he could sprint forward with a bunch of infestors, get off that heroic fungal growth play that he's been so effective with, and it looks like, oh, the burrow banelings do get spotted by MMA.
Yeah, they do go down, and once again, Sheth finds himself with a real lack of banelings in order to deal with this. In fact, there's only a couple here. He's just got a few lings. He's going to have a double scan to check out what's going to happen. He splits off this army, goes and attacks that southern base, and he's also going to set up here so that it's going to be almost impossible to defend that gold base. All the Marines will go forward, and if the mutas were somehow to meet those tanks in the middle, but more Marines is shifting in, and this is not looking good for Sheth here.
Sheth just having a total disorganization, trying to move forward with his Mutalisk, but can't quite seem to find enough all in one spot. Now the Broodlings do spawn. A couple Mutalisks hatch at that just killed expansion at the south end. Some more scans going on. MMA doesn't want to lose more Marines to those burrow banelings. The drones are burrowed at the gold expansion. Looks like they will try to sneak out, but no, they will get picked off a little bit more. MMA is going to lose this full medevac, but still Sheth is in an awkward spot yet again.
He is, and he's going to go ahead and go for the attack. A lot of infestors going to throw out those infested Terrans. If he could get rid of the Marines, he should be able to clean up all those tanks with the mutas that he has left. It's going to be more Marines trying to chase in here to help out his allies. And what is he going to do? Only left with 6 mutas now. It doesn't matter. MMA is going to go ahead and march right into his opponent's base. If he's allowed to siege up right here, he's going to lose this and eventually his main. And there it is, the GG, an unbelievable game between these two players. MMA showing his phenomenal drop micro, while Sheth just kind of giving us a good old Zerg show. Tried to hold on there, but couldn't do it. Solid win for Slayers MMA 2-0. He comes out undefeated with still the open bracket player coming back in. He'll have to play him as well.
Now, I think that Sheth was not quite able to play his full game. There was a lot of really sloppy mistakes that ended up happening. I mean, the first initial forgetting of the pool, I mean, as silly as this might sound to say, that's very easy to happen in an ultra high pressure situation. It is so different playing on the main stage with the huge crowd against the Korean, who you have to be playing your absolute A game against, with just, you know, a random 1v1 ladder game. So once that sort of mistake happened, Sheth had a really hard time buckling down, calming his nerves, and just playing his A game. There was that disorganization between the bases, and that strong fundamental gameplay still shone through. The good Mutalist time in MMA, a much stronger showing if he just had a little bit more of a relaxed state of mind.
Well, and you know what? Regardless, remember that both those players were undefeated in their championship pools. Sheth certainly has something to be proud of, just based off of the record that he's come out of with a pool with an amazing amount of players. So MMA, I think that was kind of to be expected. So he has reached he has reached the level of expectation that many of us had, including, you know, people here at the event, those on the interwebs, etc. Said MMA, he's always been this sort of legendary player that popped up in the team leagues, now coming out, really performing up to how we expected him to at MLG Columbus.
Throwing a ton of units with drops, huge pushes at the front, non-stop aggression. Whatever you thought of the caliber of play, it was definitely a fun to watch, action-packed game. And there's still more to come here at MLG Columbus 2011. For now, Wheat and I are going to have to do a little bit of a dinner break, but you know what? Let's hear it for DJ Wheat. For DJ Wheat.
And let's hear it for Day 9. For Day 9, I'm DJ Wheat.
I'm Day 9. Don't go anywhere. More action here at MLG Columbus for the rest of the evening and tomorrow on Sunday.